not recognizing that there are issues that exist in all communities.
Hi lovelies, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Alright lovelies, let's get in today's video.
So lovelies, there's this video that's been going viral on my For You page on TikTok where Tyrese actually wished that he was a Latino and he regretted being a black person. And on this video, a Hispanic Latino man actually responded to him. Guys, I'm just gonna roll the clip as well as the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that we do not support any form of food. We just here for educational and informative purposes, guys. Alright lovelies, let's get into the video.
Tyrese Gibson posted this. Sometimes I wish I was born Latino. I mean, the Latino community is grounded in family, loyal entrepreneurs, businessmen, and women literally represent the dream. The grind, the hustle, doing whatever it takes to stick together against all odds. He posted it and he's getting flamed with good reason. And as a Latino, specifically Mexican American, I want to go ahead and give my 2 cents to Tyrese. You know, especially as an insider, right? So I want to say that, yes, these qualities do exist within the Latino community, which Latino is also a huge umbrella term that encompasses many Latin American countries. But I want to say, because I've seen a lot of this narrative where people from a specific community look outside, even the Latino community, we look outside and we look at other communities that do stuff better than us. And we're like, oh, only if we were like that, blah, 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 blah. You know, and I feel that it's a very biased take because we don't understand the intricacies of how other communities operate. Like, as a Latino, I can tell you that this is a romanticized version of what it means to be Latino, because there's even a saying within Mexicans: the worst enemy of a Mexican is another Mexican. A crabs in a bucket mentality also exists within the Latino community, and it's an issue that we as a Latino community continue to face. You know, so I do think that it's very ignorant to say things like this, Tyrese. First and foremost, because issues exist in every community, but ignoring the positive ones within one's own respective community is very detrimental when you push a narrative like this. And I say that because black women have been getting educated and are earning higher levels of degrees. Not only that, but in this article, Who's Driving Black Business Growth? And it says that the rate of business ownership for black women is growing rapidly. Black women-owned employer businesses increased by 18.14% between 2017 and 2020, outpacing women-owned businesses and black-owned businesses. And I think these comments reflect a deficit thinking because you give credit to one community, but you also go ahead and throw shade onto Tyrese. I think your comments are a huge slap in the face to all the black women out there who are pursuing their education and starting their own businesses. And as you say, women literally represent the dream, the grind, and the hustle, and they're out there proving that.
Shout out to this Mexican American content creator who calls out or calls in Tyrese for his idea of wanting to be saying he wish he were Latino. And for one, he was saying, you know, it's always easier if you romanticize and stereotype another culture or another community, not recognizing that there are issues that exist in all communities in this country and technically around the globe. This content creator goes on to say that the same idea of entrepreneurship and community is seen in the black community, especially statistically speaking, by black women who are outpacing just about everybody when it comes to education and starting businesses. Entrepreneurship and commitment to community does exist in the black community. And that is why I think he specifically is saying he wishes he were part of another group. If I remember the screenshot, he goes on to say how much in the Middle East men are respected and fathers are respected as head of the household, how they rather have sons than daughters because the son will become the men and become the leaders of the community. So although it is very nice of this content creator to say, well, there is entrepreneurship and community in the black community, it's been happening by black women, that I think is the very crux of the issue of what his problem is. I don't know. I'd love to hear from y'all in terms of why we think that is, why there is this disparity, and why it's pretty much proven now that black women outpace black men in many different respects. But in my opinion, from what he said, that is what I think the issue is that black men are not the forefront, I guess, leaders of the black community. I don't know if you want to say it's because of racism. I don't know if you want to say it's because black women are too masculine and independent. I'd love to hear from you on why that is. But to me, that I think is the overarching issue. It's not that there's lack of entrepreneurship in the black community. It's that it's because it's being done by black women and not black men that he's finding an issue with. What do you think?
I mean, the Latino.
The original content creator who responded to this, his response was amazing, first of all. I just wanted to add a few things. I think it's annoying to see people of my racial group, ethnic group, talk like this because it just sounds so ignorant. For all the money that Tyrese has, why make a statement like that? You still don't know that there's a such thing as Afro Latino? So when you say you wish you were Latino, which Latino are you wishing to be? For one. For two, if you like something that they're doing, why not just practice what they're doing? Why wish to be them instead of just do that? We have a lot of flawed behavior in the black community. Fix it. You like what that group is doing, do it. You know, you like how they operate that way. I like the learning another language. I like that group knows 2 languages while we only know 1. So you know what I do? Practice how to speak that language so I could be more competitive in this society. Just do it. I don't understand. Why wish it? I wish I were more like them. Why? Because they're more business oriented and they know how to speak another language and they just show love to each other. Why don't you just do those things? What's with the wish to be them? Just do those same things. I don't understand. That's all I wanted to add.
Black people hate the truth.
Black History Month. Here go Tyrese. So Tyrese had posted in his caption that sometimes I wish I was born Latino. And shout out to No Jumper for capturing this. Tyrese says, sometimes I wish I was born Latino. I mean, the Latin community is grounded in family, loyalty, entrepreneurship, businessmen, women literally representing the dream and the grind, hustle, doing whatever it takes to stick together against all odds. If us in black culture was more grounded in these integral, magical nuances,
nothing will offend a black person more than telling them the truth.
There's more, but I'm going to disperse through it. He said he learned a lot from the Jewish community and eating dinner every night together. He said, I've learned a lot from the Muslim community throughout all my travels to the Middle East. He said they have a father structure where they honor their fathers in the Middle East, and thinking in mentality is what would much rather have a son over a daughter, because they know that there is nothing like the leadership of a father and a man being the head of the household. He said, I have no idea how we lost our way. And then he goes on to say that insecure, threatened by each other's competitiveness toward our own race, killing ourselves every single day frivolously. The majority of us black men and the millions are locked up in prison.
If our way was good, why is our race at the bottom statistically?
We are not trying to do it alone. Please chime in. We'll love to know your thoughts on this. Here are my thoughts. Go get. He right.
Of course, she can't handle the truth.
Bust the left. He right over there. Over there.
I was waiting for this. So, a lot of people fail to realize that Afro Latino, look, first of all, Hispanic is not a race. There can be a white Hispanic person, there could be an indigenous Hispanic person, and there are millions, you see that number right there, of Afro Hispanic people descended from enslaved people brought over from West Africa, Central Africa. It's so annoying. I was a Hispanic studies minor, by the way. Grew up around a lot of Hispanic people, particularly Afro Latino people from the Caribbean, places like the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico have Afro Latino people in my family. And a lot of times people forget to realize that it's not a race. So him saying that he wishes he was born Latino because the black culture doesn't do enough, there are so many black Latino.
I tell you, all bunny hoppers have a couple ounces of self-hate. Don't tell me Tyrese said he want to be a Latino. No! You not going to tell me my brother Tyrese Gibson told the world that he don't want to be an African. I know my brother Tyrese did not sell out on Black History Month. Did he say this today or yesterday? He didn't say this during Black History Month, did he? Tyrese couldn't have said this during Black History. Oh my goodness, Tyrese, my brother. Do you wish you was an Afro Latino? Or do you wish you was a white Latino, Tyrese? Because the African Latinos are African just like you. Or do you wish you was a white Latino, my brother Tyrese? Wishing to be something other than African, that's self-hate. I'm going to have to do some self-hate therapy for Black celebrities. I told y'all all bunny hoppers have a couple ounces of self-hate in their blood. I told y'all this. Did I not tell you?
I seriously love this. That this something about human beings. You know, when you're in a particular position in your life, or when you're in a certain place in your life, you'll try to look out to other people and try to, you know, wish that you were in those people's position without even realizing that where you are is more even better. So Tyrese decided to say that he wished he was a Latino, and he regretted not being, you know, a Latino because he feels that Latino people are family oriented. They succeed in business. They try as much as they can to actually come together, no matter, you know, the odds and all of that. And I actually like the fact that a Hispanic or a Latino man, you know, responded to this. You know, one thing about people is that you feel that maybe your community have some kind of issues, or maybe your community have some kind of, you know, ups and downs, then without realizing that the same way it's raining over here, that's the way it's raining everywhere. Every community actually have their own problems. One thing about human being is that, one thing about human being, which I presume should be so, is that when you're living and you saw something that is so good in a particular person, or let me just use a community. What I really, you know, wanted him to do was that the way he feels that, okay, he feels that Latino people are family oriented, they excel in their businesses and all of that. He can just start by trying to practice that without wishing that he was, you know, he is a Latino. You can't wish that. You can just practice that. You're already a Black person, and there are different, you know, ethnicities in Latino race or whatever. Latino people have, you know, both white and Black, and we do not even know the one he's wishing he was. Is he wishing to be a white Latino or to be an Afro Latino? If it's Afro Latino, he's already a Black person, which they already have Black people in the Latino community. If you are, you know, envious, or maybe you like some things about this community, you can as well, you know, start something like that in your own community. That's why, you know, there are so many things that, you know, exist in this world, and there are so many opportunities in this world. A lot of people might be in a particular position and they are aiming higher to be in another, you know, position, maybe to upgrade. They work towards achieving that aim. You shouldn't, you know, start wishing to be in a particular position without trying to work hard to get to that position. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that since he wishes to be a Latino because of all these attributes, all these things that he mentioned that made him like Latino people, he can as well start implementing this in the Black community. He can start up, then the Black people can they can follow his footsteps. You can't be complaining and you're not doing anything about it. You can't be wishing does not really, if you want to get something, you can actually work towards getting that without even wishing that you can get that. So him trying to like maybe bring the Black people or Black community down, like trying to bring this narration that we are so not progressive, we are like, we don't like each other, or I don't know what he's trying to portray, or maybe we don't succeed in businesses, we are not family oriented and all of that. He can start by being a family oriented man. He can start by trying to he is a star, right? You can start by trying to maybe invest in some in order to, you know, improve the community. You can support other upcoming black businesses, you know. You can try to do an awareness and create maybe small job opportunities and try to like build something that might look like a Latino kind of thing, since he likes how united the Latinos are, without him even knowing that these Latino people that he feels that they are best superb and all of that, they also have their own community problems. That is why one thing about human beings, we make like in the position in which God has put us on, we are not contented in where we are. We are aiming to get to another position. Meanwhile, we in the same position that God has actually kept us is an opportunity for us to even excel in any other position that we think we can attest to. So all of this thing got me like, wow. The first time when I saw this, I was like, okay, so is he trying to say that he wished to be a Latino? Is it in terms of what? Is it in terms of, you know, colorism, or is it in terms of like, and before that I started reading his articles on why he felt that Latino people are more better off, you know, the black communities and all of that. And we might have our own ups and downs as, you know, black people and all of that, but to tell you guys, these black people are actually trying their best. They are the people that is most, you know, like, we are the people that is most humiliated, but we are also getting up. Like, black people are actually getting up. And if you still feels that we are not doing better, or we are not doing as much, you can start by also trying to do one thing or the other in order to help this your community to also stand out, instead of, you know, trying to bring them down the mood or trying to drag them back. When I saw Dr. Umar, who happens to be one of my best, you know, I like him, and he has a lot of things that I learned one or two things from. When he staged this video, I was just, you know, laughing. I was laughing. You know, he talks about these bunny eaters and all of that. He said that there's one thing about this. Some of these guys have dated maybe outside of their race, or been with a bunny, that they have this kind of anti-blackness in them. Like, they hated that they are actually, you know, black. They hate that they are some kind of other race and all of that. So because of this, they have this anti thing inside of them, and they tend to, you know, try to get married or date outside of their race, so that maybe when they get married, they'll just have a version of themselves that is not of the black version. And I think in this situation, this also have a little bit to do with Tyrese, because when he was just, you know, talking about the business aspect of it and all of that, I know. But I think that this thing in which Dr. Umar also mentioned about, you know, when a black guy is dating or is into bunnies, they have a little bit of, you know, anti-blackness in them. And this is something that he needs to put up a course for most of these celebrities that is into bunnies, just the way he calls them. So I think that he has a point in that. I think that he has a point, and I think that Tyrese also, he has that kind of, you know. So guys, my own take is that if you love a particular community on how they do their things, instead of, you know, sitting down and wishing that your community is actually emulating or maybe imitating or whatsoever community you feel that is more better than your own community, it is advised that you should maybe start off by implementing this good thing that you've seen in other communities. You can just start by it, and other people in your own community will follow suit, and the world will be a better place for everybody. You cannot just sit down and keep on wishing without trying to, like, you know, fight for it or do something about it. So I think this is just my own take. So he wished that he was a Latino because of all these attributes. If it's not something to do with maybe the color of his skin, or maybe he wished to be we don't know the kind of Latino he actually want to be. I don't know. But if it's in this situation which he mentioned, in his tweets about the family thing, the business thing, the way they come together thing, he can as well, start up something like that. And other people will just follow suit instead of, sitting around and wishing. Anyways, lovelies, this is my own 1 cent. You can actually put your 3 to 4 cents in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that this channel do not support any form of bull. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to my channel if you're here to do that. And I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.
Watch up to this extent. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not also forget that this channel does not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We are just here for educational purposes, guys. So please share this video, subscribe to my channel if you're yet to do that, and I will see you when I upload my next.